What's going on, football fans? Welcome back to another episode of Breaking the Birds. We're going to go through the offensive line with, in particular, focus at Landon Dickerson and Jason Kelce. But we're going to take a look at everybody on the offensive line, which was shuffling a little bit. Mailata went out later in the game. Samala went out. So Opeta and Driscoll got in there and got some reps as well. Man, Landon Dickerson is playing at a phenomenal level. So we're gonna focus on him in this game because he was nasty. And yeah, the Superman shirt has nothing to do with the Eagles superhero theme. I just thought of that when I looked at the screen here. Workout shirt. I'm gonna work out as well in a little bit, so no time to change it. So let's get right to the tape. Split zone to the left here. So we're gonna have the tight end coming in here, splitting Josh Allen here. And the rest of the guys just zone blocking. And hell of a job here by Jason Kelce, absolutely removing Devon Hamilton single-handedly. And Landon Dickerson getting a good push, and getting his guy a little bit outside. I think it's Ray again. It is Ray. Getting him outside there, creates an opening in between those guys, and then Miles is off. Nice combo technique from Dickerson. Passes out the defensive tackle to the outside for Driscoll, getting him too wide so he can't set up his pass rush move, and then helping out Jason Kelce with a Hamilton, who is getting a little bit of a push there to begin with. Take a look at it one more time here. Push out and assist. Nice. Good job otherwise on all over the offensive line as well. Look at this combination. Dickerson and Kelce. Zone right. Pop. Moves the nose tackle out of there. And then both guys are free to get up there. Opeta gets beat inside. And that makes the tackle. But, man, that two-man wrecking train right there. Poof. Move him out the way, then you have two lead blockers out in front. All right, here, Landon Dickerson against Roy, number 95 here. Robinson Lawrence in a 3 technique, one-on-one. Good footwork he has to begin with. Then takes him on with that pop, both hands under the shoulders to deliver some power there and stall him in his pass rush. And then from there, it's really just dancing with him. He has him in full control at that point. And then Roy tries to elevate and bat the ball down. And one of my coaches once told me, and I think it was like, how do you stop people from jumping up in the air and trying to swat the ball down? Well, when they leave their feet, you drive. Like, you keep driving as if it was a run block. You get them on the back, and you lay on top of them. You make it hurt. Because then they're like, the next time they want to they want to jump up and swat the ball, they're going to remember the hit you put on them. And that is exactly what Landon Dickerson does right here. When Roy tries to go up here, swat the ball, he leaves his feet. When he leaves his feet, Landon just starts to shove him forward, puts him on the ground, and finishes him off, putting all of his weight right on top of him. So next time, probably going to think twice. And looking at the rest of the line here in the same play, good job here in the combo with Jason Kelce and Isaac Samala at 52. I kind of want Isaac behind that. I don't know why he's kind of gets out of balance there. Jack Driscoll loses the edge and gets there's some pressure on Hurst there off the edge where he gets the ball out in time. Dickerson made this day long for Roy early. So here, this is just a play-action boot where Hurst is going to be rolling out immediately. Now, so the entire offensive line is just going to be zone blocking to one side. Now, notice Landon Dickerson right there. So he's gonna take on Roy, and then he'll give him that little final push there at the end. And then afterwards, like, Roy falls down on his knees, and Landon just goes up there and gets one more shot at him. Like, he meant business in this game. You want to see what it's like when you really get a hold of a player and you're super strong and he has no chance of doing anything. This is Roy a little bit later on the same drive. You can tell now he's super pissed. Like, he's been shoved around by Landon. So now when he gets caught immediately, good footwork there by Landon to begin with. Get that hand placement. Pop. That just sits there. All right. So right here, he tries to hip toss him. So like when you get close and you use all of your weight in one direction to kind of toss the guy away. Not very effective in terms of making him play, but that's like this is a frustration move kind of. Look how little he moves Landon. He doesn't move him at all. He is so freaking strong. When he gets his hands in there, it's over. But for the rest of the offensive line on that same play, just to get that through here, Jack Driscoll getting pushed way back by Josh Allen right here. So that kind of collapses the pocket a little bit. Hurts sees that and feels pressured and escapes out the pocket. Now, you can argue, should he have escaped out the pocket? In hindsight, no. Driscoll drops the anchor a little bit later here on the pass rush. So there is a lane. There is a pocket right here, for Hurts to step into. But kind of everything squeezes together there. And with a Driscoll coming right at you, he decides to get out the pocket. All right, next drive. Look at Dickerson here. Once again, it's Roy. But here, he takes more of a Dickerson takes more of a pass step backwards. Look at that. And he gets a little bit more depth this time instead of just shuffling his feet at the line. So Roy actually has about a yard to accelerate before he engages up on Dickerson. He tries the bull rush move right here. Nice hand placement, good hat placement from Dickerson as well here. And he takes away that momentum immediately. Look at it from the wide view. Probably a little bit easier to see there. So we're talking about Roy here. Look at that. Like, he has a little bit of a get off right here. And he just stalls him. Like, he just stops him right after the engage. All right, the rest of the O-line. Kelce and Isaac double teaming on the one tech, on the two eye tech, so that's easy. Driscoll getting pushed way back once again right here. Lane also a little bit like 1 yard back, then drops his anchor. So that kind of gets pinched in there in the middle, especially because Driscoll got pushed back as much as he is. So that makes Hurts roll out the pocket. Right, new move for Roy against Dickerson. We've seen bull rush, we've seen the attempted hip toss, and now we're going to see an attempt on a push-pull that fails. This is what it looks like when you fail a push-pull against the offensive lineman here. So here Roy's going to get the hand placement on Dickerson to begin with. Dickerson sets his feet, and this is going to work if Dickerson is out of balance. Like, if he's leaning too much forward into Roy, or if he's leaning too much backwards and kind of expecting what the next move is going to be, this is like the push-pull can work. It doesn't work when you have a guy who is in balance and has hand placement on you. So that's what happens right there. Look at that. When he gets gets like down low, so instead of getting all of his weight moved away, he's just going down low. He's just mirroring what the defensive tackle is doing at that point, and then stalls him afterwards again. Rest of the offensive line. Once again, we have a combination, combo blocking, Kelce and Samalu. Lane stones his guy. Much better rep for Driscoll this time. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is what combo blocking should look like when they're not sending too many guys in pressure here. They're going to drop the defensive end. Good communication by Dickerson and Driscoll in terms of picking up the defensive tackle who's stunning outside. Dickerson gets his eyes inside this time. Going against seeing Jason Kelce there. Look at the initial pressure that Kelce's going to have. This is against Devon Hamilton, right? So a big guy here, getting pushed back a little bit there to begin with. Doesn't really have his feet set, knees bent, and Dickerson comes in there. Ear holes. Poof. Nice. Zone left. Really good job here by the entire offensive line. Good combos with Kelce and Isaac Samalo, moving the defensive tackle in the one technique, so Isaac can transition up to the linebacker right there. And Dickerson, nice push on his guy as well. So like we know, zone, you always have you split yourself, and then if it's zone left, you take the first thing that appears on your left side. So that is the guy here right in front of Jack Driscoll. And the same rule for Driscoll here. He splits himself into the right side. That's not his responsibility. So he doesn't have anything to do with the guy right in front of him because he's a little bit inside shaded. So there, good punch by Dickerson. And then when he comes out, Driscoll takes over. Dickerson moves right up there and gets the push in the middle instead. So good move by the entire offensive line and moving everything to the left. Miles sees the cutback lane right underneath Lane Johnson. They have a guy spying on Hurts, as always, and it becomes a good gain. Ooh, this is a great play. I like this. So we're going to run a trap to the right side here. So Isaac is going to be down blocking on the two-tech guy here. Kelce's going to be skipping over. You're going to have Landon Dickerson release straight up to the linebacker. And this is the hole you want Miles to hit. Landon occupies the linebacker. Kelce goes out there and assists Devontae Smith, who also puts a hell of a block out there. And Sanders just follows Kelce. Easy. Zone left, another just great play all around the offensive line here. Kelce giving an assist to Dickerson to begin with. Dickerson carries this guy all the way afterwards. Kelce moves up to the second level. Kelce, he's so damn phenomenal. And it creates a big lane for Miles Sanders for 8 easy yards. The QB draw, and this is exactly why Jason Kelce said that it has such a high completion rate. And when it's the Eagles' offensive line, it's automatic. Look at Dickerson here going up against this guy. Everything becomes kind of a clusterfuck, so it's hard to see. But look at that guy, 95. He's lying down on his back. Like, it's so much force. And this is just disrespectful by the Jaguars to leave this light of a box against the Eagles. And so they're gonna run a zone right here, but nobody's to this side. Like, Dickerson doesn't have a living soul over here, and they're gonna run a game here on defense. Beautiful job here of passing along the defensive tackle outside and then picking up the stunter coming inwards, removing him by Dickerson. A little shove there to the 3 technique, then picks up Josh Allen as he's coming in. Touchdown. Next move in the Ray versus Dickerson saga here. So this time it's the spin counter move. So we have him here going one-on-ones against Dickerson again here. Dickerson has him in full control there. He tries the spin move to counter, and what do? You just let go. You really replace your feet, ready to engage there again. All right, rest of the line. Jack Driscoll gets obliterated by Josh Allen. The bull rush. He's found out that works by now. Everybody else on the D line, on the offensive line, doing a great job here. Good patience here from Dickerson. Well, they're not declaring what they're doing immediately here. You just kick back. You wait. You read what's happening, all right? Allen comes inside, give him a pop. 49 loops outside. You pass him on to Driscoll, and he still gets inside of Driscoll. Complete the pass and all, but Hurts has a guy right in his face, and there's no need to because they're doing such a good job here of passing it along. He even has Kenneth Gainwell helping him out there, and he still gets confused by all of it. Another really good assist by Dickerson. He doesn't really have anyone to begin with. 95. Ray goes outside on this rep. Kelce taking on Devon Hamilton. And the rest of the guys here one-on-one. Dickerson shows violence in this game. Oh, and here again, we see the batted pass. This time it's Isaac Seumalo. So when he wants to leave his feet, see, he doesn't. He's still taking him on there. He doesn't finish. This time a combo on a zone where Dickerson will be helping out Jason Kelce and then releasing up to the linebacker here. Getting a pop there on the defensive tackle. He goes inside. Jason Kelce continues with him. And Dickerson goes up to the second level there. Then it's all about that backside of Josh Allen here, who makes the read on Hurts and also comes in and makes the tackle afterwards. Jaguars sending 5 here, so it's man-man. Everybody has their solo block on this rep here. Dickerson, Kelce, phenomenal blocks. Lane, phenomenal block. Driscoll, Opeta, both getting pushed back to kind of collapse the pocket a little bit before Hurts gets it out. Opeta out of balance there. Driscoll as well. Zone right here. And the continuous push for Landon Dickerson really opens up this play. He takes on the defensive tackle right ahead of Jason Kelce, and Kelce moves up. Driscoll gets pushed way back here to begin with, which kind of stalls the play. But look at Dickerson after. He's just moving his guy out the picture, just slowly, just chopping his feet, making the contact right here. And that opens up the gap after Sanders kind of stalls it a little bit there because of Driscoll. And a power to the left side. Opeta is the polar here. We have Jack Stoll as well out here to that side. Everybody in here moving well. The entire offensive line moves everybody to the right here. Good pull by Opeta. And Sanders to finish it off for a touchdown. Dickerson working in a solo combination here against Devon Hamilton. Right there. Line right ahead up in 2 technique. Good hand placement, and just dances with him all the way. He gets his hands on him, it's over. All right, so for the offensive line in general, this rep wasn't the best. They did one earlier, the same here. It's kind of looking like a little bit like a draw, where the offensive line is going to be pass blocking immediately, but Jason Kelce is going to be releasing out to one side, kind of creating a lead blocker out to that side. So the linebackers are caught reading pass here to begin with. They see the offensive line setting, and Jason Kelce overshoots the defensive tackle to Landon's side, and so he doesn't release up for the linebackers here. So that's the overall what the offensive line is doing. But Dickerson's push here on Roy to begin with is phenomenal. It gets the push there from Kelce as well. But it really doesn't end up in much because you don't get anybody releasing up for the linebackers. Yes, this is what timing looks like. See, Dickerson right here on the tight end screen. Coming out as a lead blocker. Has a guy out here. We're going to see who that is in a minute. It's probably Kelce. And Dickerson coming out open. Boom. Hit a guy. It's perfect. So let's take it from the box. Why is this perfect timing? Take a look at this. He's going to initiate first on the 3-eye. No, wait, 4-eye. Excuse me. Inside shade of the tackle there. He goes inside. Boom. Takes on him first. And Kelce can sneak out there. And boom, you release out. And then you have two lead blockers. Kelce, nice block. Heck of a block. And you just need more decisiveness from Goddard there. Just run, damn it. And then Dickerson getting up there in the second level. Perfect timing of the offensive line on a screen like that. That is really difficult to execute. And they end up with 3 lead blockers out there. All right. So a little bit of bullshittery going on here. We're running a zone to the right side. Everybody move right to begin with. But the 3-tech defensive tackle right here, a little bit outside shade of Dickerson. He's gonna stunt kind of to our right side, so inward here, and that kind of fucks up the timing for Dickerson to move up to the second level. But he smothers the defensive tackle anyway, and the linebacker for the Jaguars thankfully chooses the wrong gap. See 33 right here, supposed to shoot right up there in the A gap. And he doesn't, and Kelce removes his guy, and Kelce removes up to the second level. Highway from Miles Sanders. Beautiful blocked. Again, the combinations in this zone offensive scheme are phenomenal. Like, credit to Jeff Stoutland, because holy shit, we're running zone right again. And again, the defensive tackle is going to stunt inwards. And the understanding between Driscoll and Dickerson of knowing the rules then. So here we see the perfect example of it. Dickerson takes over. Driscoll releases up to the linebacker immediately. Could have been a little bit faster there. Jason Kelce assisting with Isaac Seumalo on the defensive tackle there, giving him a good shove, and then releasing up there. Boom, good shove, and then getting up to the second level there. And then Kelce hits. In an ideal situation, you would like Driscoll to hit at that point as well. And that just creates like 5, 6, 7 yards for Miles Sanders. Perfect. Easy work here on the combo for Dickerson and Kelce here. Working up against 94. Dickerson takes on the initial hit. Isaac Seumalo in a 1-on-1 against 96. Lane Johnson absolutely smothers this guy. Does not give anything up to him. And then, once again, Jack Driscoll getting beat to the edge here. The quick swipe move there, boom. Gets his hands away, and the dip, and Hurst gets out of pressure. All right, so third down here. Jaguars are going to overload the right side of the line here. They're going to drop both the linebacker right there at the line and the outside linebacker as well. Those guys are going to be dropping, and they're sending extra pressure off of the right side. You see here Isaac Seumalo's reaction is that he expects to have 91, and when 44 disappears, he realizes, oh shit, got to get to the other side. Hurst has to scramble out the pocket immediately. In an ideal situation, Isaac would come all the way back and take away the free blitzer on the backside, but that's an extremely tough job. So Hurst does the right thing of rolling out the pocket. Perfect job from everybody from Seumalo and to the left. Look at Dickerson here to begin with. He gets a little assistance from Kelce and smothers this guy. Boom, he's gone. Driscoll, fine job. He holds on Josh Allen as he's supposed to out there. We just got a little bit to Kelce. Good push there on the 2-tech defensive tackle with Landon. Removes right up to the linebacker in synchronicity with Isaac Seumalo, who moves up to his guy as well. And I probably got the wrong guy in terms of who is not doing their job here. Right, I am. So it's actually it's Jack Stoll right here. He's left on a one-on-one situation with the defensive end. Naturally, he is going to make the play, because that's what you kind of expect. So that's just, I'm just saying, that's what limits this play from being. This is 5 yards. It's fine. It's perfect. Like Stoll does exactly what he's supposed to, and they get 5 yards. But if he can seal off that end right there, look at that highway. Yeah. So, good play. Good play. All right. So, how nasty is Landon Dickerson, man? Come on. Him, Jason Kelce, Lane Johnson playing at a phenomenal high level. Isaac Seumalo, better week than he had against Washington. Obviously, we'll see what his status is going into the Arizona game here. Hopefully, Jordan Mailata's shoulder issue isn't very serious. It doesn't sound like it's serious. He had an MRI on it. We're still waiting on results on that. So yeah, hope you liked the video, and we'll get right to the next more videos tomorrow.